Runnemede Board of Education meeting is called to order. The Board of Education is in compliance with Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975 entitled the Open Public Meetings Act. The time, date, and location of this meeting was appropriately advertised by notifying the retrospect, as well as posting notices in Borough Hall, Runnemede Post Office, Maryville School, Alliant Bingham School, Grace Downing School, and the Runnemede Public School District website. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, board members.
Ms. Adair, Ms. Anderson, Ms. Beebe, Mr. Buckheim,
Here.
Ms. Davidson,
Here.
Ms. Farry,
Here.
Mr. Impedazzo, Ms. Panzarella,
Here.
Ms. Spalding.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Also present, Mark Iannucci, Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Sean McCarron, Business Administrator, Supervisor of Curriculum and Instruction, Mrs. Jade Yezzi, Principal, Bingham Downing School, Mr. Steve Keeley, Principal, Maryville School, Mr. Phil Silva, Vice Principal, Maryville School, Ms. Gladys Hubbard, Child Study Team Supervisor, and Mr. Frank Hines, Supervisor of Building and Grounds. At this time, I need a motion to approve the work session and regular session meetings from minutes from September 23rd.
I'd like to make the motion to approve the minutes of the meeting.
Motion made by Naomi, seconded by Chaz. Any questions? Roll call.
Ms. Beebe, Mr. Buckheim,
Yes.
Ms. Davidson,
Yes.
Ms. Farry,
Yes.
Ms. Spalding,
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella, and
I
Ms.
abstain.
Anderson
Mom.
abstained. Motion passes.
Ms. Anderson, okay. I also need a motion to approve the financial report period ending September 2015.
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Chaz, seconded by Naomi. Any questions? Roll call.
Ms. Anderson,
Yes.
Ms. Beebe,
Yes.
Mr. Buckheim,
Yes.
Ms. Davidson,
Yes.
Ms. Farry,
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella,
Yes.
Ms. Spalding.
Yes.
Motion passes.
At this time, we are going to have a brief presentation of our third grade students from Bingham and Downing School. Mrs. Yezzi?
Yeah, they're on their way in. As you know, our third graders do a special performance every year called Spooky Spectacular. Ms. Kaufman, our music teacher, does a fabulous job. We invited all the third grade students to attend tonight and their parents, and we're going to have some cookies and juice after just to celebrate the moment. But I'm going to turn over the mic to Ms. Kaufman, and she's going to introduce our students, and you're going to enjoy Spooky Night. Just a little showcase of our musical talents at Bingham and Downing. And they're coming in.
Dan, you want to come this way? Here.
Third grade parents will also see the full show on the 28th next week. All right, go that way. Go that way. Go that way.
Egyptian style.
Come on. See better one, yeah. Sorry. I want to make sure it's fine.
Right, I'm going that way.
There you go.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Walk forward.
Right there's good. I don't like my Ready? You can give a little.
This is Spooky Night by Teresa Denny, the opening number of the Spooky Spectacular. Hit it.
Things that chill and things that
comments, Dr. McCarron put a small envelope in everyone's, please don't lose it, there's important information about the convention for next week. At this time, we are open for public comment on agenda items only. At this time, do we have any comments on agenda items? If not, we will move along to the secretary curriculum report and superintendent's report. We went over all reports during the work session. Does anyone have anything to add? No. Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't. We had our PTA report during the meeting. We did not, we are going, can you hand me that back, Maria? Absolutely. We said we wanted to, be represented at other board, other borough meetings and such. I did not go to the council meeting this past month because I asked her to sign it. It's my sheet.
Oh, I thought it was her.
No.
Oh, sorry.
So I asked her to go to the borough meeting for us.
Got it.
So, because you're close, right? Yeah. So, just so you know, we scheduled, Chaz is gonna report very briefly. He went to the planning and zoning board. I did not make it because we had a PTA meeting, conflict because we had to reschedule our PTA meeting. I'm gonna go to the caucus meeting. Maria in November is gonna go to the council meeting, and Chaz is gonna stay with the planning and zoning meeting. If anyone else wants to join, the council meeting is November 4th, Wednesday. November 11th is Wednesday, is the planning and zoning, and Tuesday, November 24th, is the caucus meeting. I'm lying, I'm not going to that caucus meeting because I will be at the Powder Puff game.
I can go.
If anyone else wants to go.
I can go.
This is my sheet, these are just the dates.
The caucus is the week before the actual meeting.
So Chaz, would you touch briefly on what you saw at the planning?
Okay, I will be going to the planning and zoning meetings each month, and their meeting last Wednesday started at 7:02 and ended at 7:09.
Nice.
The only thing that they had on the agenda to discuss and
What's that
approve was the sale of Christmas trees on Evesham Road
Yep.
up at that ice cream.
Water ice.
Right before you get into Magnolia, to your left, there's a ice cream.
Anthony.
Anthony's
Water
Water
Ice,
Ice.
Anthony, they sell Christmas trees, so they got the approval. However, I was talking with them after the meeting, a few of the members of that particular board, and the property adjacent to the Acme and those apartments, I don't know if the builder is pulling out and they're not going to be constructing that housing now. And the only reason why I bring it up to the board is we have formed an ad hoc committee just to talk about possibly in the future looking at a new school complex. If they're not gonna be building there, then that's another ideal
Area.
piece of ground for the ad hoc committee to talk about.
Well, speaking of that ad hoc committee, I had Dr. McCarron, excuse me, Missy, sorry. I had Dr. McCarron, have the Camden County Improvement Authority come and attend the meeting for those of us, on Tuesday, November 10th, those of us on that committee, at 2:30, if you could make it. I forget who it is, it's me, Chaz, Amy, and there's one more person. Yeah, but if you can't be there, you don't have to attend. I don't want you to miss work for it. I just was going around, I was being greedy and we're going around my work schedule for it.
What day is that again? I'm sorry.
Tuesday, November 10th,
November 10th, at what time?
Jim Blanda from Camden County Improvement Authority will be in attendance.
Tentatively be there.
Who?
He will tentatively be there. He's just confirming with me. He'll have that confirmation tomorrow. But if not, it might also be our architect, just to speak to us.
There's gonna be someone there.
And what was the time again?
2:30.
And
You okay with 2:30?
Yeah, it's-
Yes.
Oh, I'll be there.
Okay.
I can do that.
You can do that as well?
Do that.
Awesome.
Only an hour and a half of time.
You got it?
Do you have the, I don't know what the right word, it's not a proposal, it was a rough proposal comparison from about 5 years ago?
When Angel
I
and
have
Amy
a
got on
copy
the
of it.
board?
I have it, if you don't, I can give it to you.
Yeah.
I have one copies. I'll send it to you.
What was that for?
Everything from the kitchen to the, you name it, it was in
Pre-K
there.
to 8?
Combo.
It was like
It
a
was
5-year
everything. It
plan.
was elevators, it was everything.
That
Was
was,
it pre-K to 8?
It was
Like
not,
pre-K to-
it was
It was awesome.
when we were contemplating and just talking about doing schools for elementary. That's what the Garrison originally done for us back then. So I was cleaning and I found it, and I wanted to make sure, I didn't know if you had one in the office back there.
I don't see it.
Okay, not that.
They did a wonderful binder type.
They can probably email it to me as well, if I call Garrison. They keep everything for us.
Okay.
But it's in heavy improvements for here too, and all the kitchen, a new one room to itself, like a kitchen that we can actually.
All right, so thank you again for attending, and so I forgot to mention, and for reminding me, Chaz, that we do have something set up for this month on that. We wanted to get the ball moving. So, all right. New business, everyone ready for new business? Yes? Okay. I need a motion to approve items number 1 through 4 on property and transportation.
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Chaz, seconded by Naomi. Any questions? Roll call.
Ms. Anderson? Ms. Beebe? Mr. Buckon?
Yes.
Ms.
Yes.
Davidson?
Yes.
Ms. Ferry?
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella?
Yes.
Ms. Spalding?
Yes.
Motion passes.
At this time, I also need a motion to approve items under personnel, items number 1 through 16.
I make that motion.
Motion made by Maria,
I'll second.
seconded by Chaz. Any questions?
I have a quick question.
Yes.
It's really quick. Do we always have physical security?
Yes,
Yes.
it's a requirement since Sandy Hook that the building has to be locked and the doors have to be locked for spectators coming into the building. So there was a step, last year Mr. Klein, would sit at the door. The year before that, it was Mr. Morakowitz. And it was a policy that, under use of facilities that, prior to Mr. Iannucci even being here, it was during the Sandy Hook era. So the doors remain locked and then a staff member from
Someone's
Bolts
watching to make sure
is at the
nobody's coming
door,
in.
yes, and then lets everybody in. Yeah, it was actually, Nancy was superintendent then, but it was during the Sandy Hook, and it was part of the facilities, like even, yeah.
You're good. I don't know, that's good. That's
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was, I remember it from the other end of it,
Yes, yes,
Yes.
gotcha.
so,
Any other questions? Roll call.
and it makes a good sense, because it comes out.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Ms.
For
Beebe?
kids, and, yes,
Ms. Beebe?
Oh, I'm sorry, yes.
sorry, we
Mr. Buckon?
Yes.
Remember that committee?
Ms. Davidson?
Yes.
Ms. Ferry?
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella?
Yes.
Ms. Spalding?
Yes.
Motion passes.
I need a motion under finance to approve items number 1 through 8.
I make that motion.
Motion made by Maria, seconded by Naomi.
Bills get paid. I'll make it part out. Get that motion, maybe one more.
Any questions there? Roll call.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Ms. Beebe?
Yes.
Mr. Buckon?
Yes.
Ms. Davidson?
Yes.
Ms. Ferry?
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella?
Yes.
Ms. Spalding?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Under curriculum, we are only going to need a motion at this moment for items number 1 and 2, because we need to talk about 3 in executive. So I need a motion for items number 1 and 2.
I'll second, I'll make it.
Second?
Motion made by Chaz, seconded by Amy.
Stereo. They both pointed at each other.
That's okay.
They actually both pointed at each
Ms. Matthews and Amy, right?
I did Amy, yes. Roll call.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Ms. Beebe?
Yes.
Mr. Buckon?
Yes.
Ms. Davidson?
Yes.
Ms. Ferry?
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella?
Yes.
Ms. Spalding?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Under policies and public relations, I need a motion to approve the memorandum of agreement, as well as Mr. Shriver's students, to help the local animal shelter.
I make that motion.
Second?
Motion made by Maria, seconded by Naomi. Roll call.
Ms. Anderson?
Yes.
Ms. Beebe?
Yes.
Mr. Buckon?
Yes.
Ms. Davidson?
Yes.
Ms. Ferry?
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella?
Yes.
Ms. Spalding?
Yes.
Motion passes.
At this time, we are open for comment on non-agenda items. Does anyone have any public comment at this time? Mr. Peely?
It sounds like something simple, but I just want to acknowledge Mr. Sampolsky and the VFW for supplying all preschools with new flags. Sounds like something silly, but when patriotism should be at its highest, it's nice to have something new and consistent. These flags get beat by the sun all year long, and Frank was kind enough to go around and replace them, collect the old ones, so we could dispose upon them in the proper way, and I just want to acknowledge that in the public, so.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Peely. I will let my dad know that you publicly did that, but he would be more than happy to help anytime he can. I also neglected to wish, under personnel number 6, Ms. Peg Lyle. She is retiring November 1st, and she has been with us for many, many years, so if you please could let her know that the board wishes her the best. Sorry, I forgot to do that. Any other public comment at this time? If not, I do need a motion to go into executive session. Motion made by Naomi, seconded by Chaz. All in favor? Whereas the Senator Byron M. Bayer Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-12, requires all meetings of the Runnemede School District Board of Education to be held in public. NJSA 10:4-12B sets forth 9 types of matters that may lawfully be discussed in executive session without the public being permitted to attend. Whereas the Runnemede Public School District Board of Education has deemed it necessary to go into closed session to discuss certain matters which are exempted from the public. Whereas the 9 exemptions to public meetings set forth in NJSA 10:4-12B are listed below, and next to each exception is a box within which the number of issues to be privately discussed that fall within that exception shall be written. And after each exemption is a space where additional information will disclose as much information about the decision as possible without undermining the purpose of the exemption shall be written. Now therefore be it resolved that the Runnemede Public School District Board of Education will go into closed session for the following reasons as outlined in NJSA 10:4-12B. Any matter, the disclosure of which constitutes an unwarranted invasion of individual privacy, such as any records, data, reports, recommendations, and other personal material of any educational, training, social service, medical health, custodial, child protection, rehabilitation, legal defense, welfare, housing, relocation, insurance, and similar program or institution operated by a public body pertaining to any specific individual admitted to or served by such institution or program, including but not limited to information relative to the individual's personal and family circumstances, and any material pertaining to admission, discharge, treatment, progress, or condition of any individual, unless the individual concerned, or in the case of a minor or incompetent, is a guardian, shall request in writing that the same be disclosed publicly, more specifically a student matter. Also, any pending or anticipated litigation or contract negotiation in which the public body is or may become a party, any matters falling within the attorney-client privilege, to the extent that the confidentiality is required in order for the attorney to exercise his ethical duties as a lawyer, again, more specifically, a student matter. And any matter involving the employment, appointment, termination of employment, terms and conditions of employment, evaluation of the performance, promotion, or disciplining of any specific prospective public officer or employee or current public officer or employee employed or appointed by the public body, unless all individual employees or appointees whose rights could be adversely affected request in writing that such matter or matters be discussed at a public meeting, more specifically, personnel matters. Whereas the length of executive session is undetermined, however, the Runnemede Public School District Board of Education will make every attempt to estimate the time of the session prior to convening the session, after which a public meeting shall reconvene at approximately 8 p.m., and the Runnemede Public School District Board of Education will proceed with business. Now therefore be it resolved that the Runnemede Public School District Board of Education will go into executive session for only the above stated reasons. Be it further resolved that the Runnemede Public School District Board of Education hereby declares that its discussion of the aforementioned subjects may be made public at a time when the Runnemede Public School District Board of Education attorney advises that the disclosure of the discussion will not detrimentally affect any right, interest, or duty of the school district or any other entity with respect to said discussion. Be it further resolved that the Runnemede Public School District Board of Education, for the aforementioned reasons, hereby declare that the public is excluded from the portion of the meeting during which the above discussion shall take place, and hereby directs the board secretary to take the appropriate action to effectuate the terms of this resolution. Be it further resolved that the board secretary on the next business day following this meeting shall furnish a copy of this resolution to any member of the public who requests one, at the fees allowed by NJSA 47:1A-1. An action on any item may or may not be taken in open session at the conclusion of the executive session. I believe we will be going back to vote on one thing.
I just wanna say publicly that I don't think anybody can read that as good as you. It's just, I'm fresh in here, it's crazy. It's just, and it's,
That time, we need to go revisit, I need a motion
I make
to,
a motion to go back into regular session.
motion made by Maria,
I'll second.
seconded by Chaz, all in favor?
Aye.
Ayes. So we are back in public session at 8:39 PM.
I ain't gonna be happy if I.
Before we adjourn and talk about our next meetings, we need to go back under curriculum. I need a motion to approve item number 3.
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Chaz, seconded by Amy. Roll call.
Ms. Anderson? Ms. Beebe?
Yes.
Mr. Buckon?
Yes.
Ms. Davidson?
Yes.
Ms. Farry?
Yes.
Ms. Panzarella?
Yes.
Ms. Spalding?
Yes.
Motion passes.
At this time, I want to remind everyone about the convention starting Tuesday. There is a ton of wonderful opportunities for us as well. If you have any questions about that, you can ask Sean. If not, our next meeting is November 18th, and I need a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Motion made by Maria,
I'll second that.
seconded by
We could
Angel.
just stay here all night.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.